I want to talk about stuff that I think is important or really pisses me off, to be honest. Take for instance the like Tom Daly Twitter Olympic fiasco. Like, I don't agree or support what the 17-year-old said. Like, I think it's horrible what he said. I'm not excusing what he done, but I think it's insane that people can be arrested for stuff that they say on Twitter. Look at it logically, it is absolutely crazy. You can say some random stuff on Twitter and get arrested for it. You know, that is insane. It's just some schoolyard bullshit, you know? Like, it's a 17-year-old child, a minor at the end of the day, that said like a load of things without thinking. When you were 17 years old, didn't you say a lot of things without thinking about how it affects other people? You don't, because you don't realise how words, how actions can affect people when you're that young. One thing that really pisses me off is the under 25 policy. I'm 24 years old and I still get ID'd for cigarettes. In many cases I'm like refused sale of like items like that, which is ridiculous. I remember when I was 16, smoking was for 16-year-olds, that was legal age. I was able to purchase cigarettes then. Then they changed the law to 18. It's like, okay, I was 18 by the time they changed it, so that's fine. It's still 18 to purchase cigarettes now, yet in stores like Spar, for instance, or the Co-op, they have a policy where if you look under 25, like you're asked for ID, and if you don't have valid ID, or even if someone like with you has valid ID, if everybody doesn't have ID, you're refused the sale, which is like ridiculous. And quite frankly, it's not the law. The actual law states that you can purchase cigarettes and alcohol at the age of 18. Like for the purchase of cigarettes, it is only illegal in Scotland. It is legal in Wales and England to do proxy purchase, so that means someone who is over the age of 18 purchasing cigarettes for someone who is of the age of 16 and over. In Scotland that's illegal, but in England and Wales it's not. Like, what right does a shop have to create a policy that supersedes the actual legislation? You know, I'm a responsible citizen, I am a father, I understand the policy, and I understand it was designed to safeguard minors from purchasing harmful substances. I perfectly understand that, but the policy was built upon the success of Challenge 21, or Are You 21? And they changed it from 21 to 25 to increase their margin of error. So it doesn't have like anything to do with safeguarding minors anymore. It's simply like them trying to avoid being fined by trading standards who send out like people to do test buys. The other day I was in a local shop. Earlier I'd just been out to dinner. It was a restaurant where you had to bring your own bottle of wine. So on the way to the restaurant we purchased a bottle of wine. On the way back from the restaurant, we stopped for some cigarettes, you know, as you do, and was refused sale, even though I'd purchased a bottle of wine in the same shop a few hours earlier, and the person who was with me had a passport. You know, how can you just make up rules? You know, it's like, when's it going to stop? You know, like, my shop's going to say, oh, you have to look 30 or 35 before you can purchase cigarettes and alcohol. That's not the law. You know, how can you get away with this? I, for one, am sick of it, and quite frankly, if other people feel the same, I think like we should protest against it. You know, down with the RU 21 or Challenge 25 policy. The law is 18. Let's keep it that way, okay?